You ain't gone nowhere.
3 minutes of lead time.
What? Bone saw's ready. Get you some rice.
I don't want any.
Get you some rice. What?
You're eating maggots. How do they taste?
Weirdo. Welcome back to another episode of Heavy Metal Horror Show. What do you think about when you think about Lost Boys? I'm going to count to 3 and just say like the first thing that comes to your mind, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3.
Dirt bikes.
All right. Let's try it again. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Santa Cruz.
What?
I mean, you know, it's Lost Boys.
All right.
What else is there
let's
to
try
think
again.
about?
1, 2, 3.
Star.
What?
Oh shit!
All right.
Get out of my head.
Last one.
Get out of my head first.
Last
All
one.
This is gonna be. It's gonna be completely random.
All right. Yeah.
So like,
Completely.
whatever you
random.
think it is, say something else.
All right. Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Saxophones.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup. Do you want to go do karate in the garage? Yup.
Call me Nighthawk.
Nighthawk. Call me Dragon.
What? On today's episode, we're going to be talking about one of the best vampire movies of the 80s,
We mean it this time.
The Lost Boys.
Oh yeah. And if you haven't seen it,
Shame on you.
then you should see it because
You
it's
should definitely see
it's
it.
awesome. It's a good one. Right off the bat, we recommend this one.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, this is if you like vampires and you've never seen this movie, check it out.
Do you like
won't be
excitement? Do you like vampires? Do you like no Carter? Good, because you won't find her here. You're pissing me off. I'm sorry.
sorry. Beetlejuice?
No, it sounded like him, but no.
Yeah.
You're close. I mean, they paint their faces. ICP.
Yeah. Yep.
So the budget for the film was $8.5 million.
Really?
Yeah. And it grossed at the box office $32.2 million. So it
Pretty
was
good.
considered a commercial success.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you had Jamie Gertz, who was a star. Yeah.
Or when I was a kid, I could picture it like as though it was yesterday. No.
Keith Sutherland, who was David, the head vampire of the, of the clan. Well, actually, Max was the head vampire, his dad, right? Was his figurative dad or just like the father figure of the clan?
I think father figure of
Father
the
figure of
clan,
the clan. Yeah.
It was all going to be so perfect, Lucy.
Yeah, that was Edward Herman who played Max, the dad.
What else was that dude in?
Then you had Corey Haim and Corey Feldman in it.
The Coreys.
Yeah, the Coreys. I mean, that was, they were really big back then too. Diane West was Lucy, and then you had Bernard Hughes, who was Grandpa.
Oh man, he was awesome. I love this character.
I love when he asked about the TV guide, and then Corey Haim was like, "What, you mean you have a TV?" He was like, "No, if you have a TV guide, you don't need a TV."
Yeah. I like when he was getting ready to go on his hot date, and he's like,
Oh God.
with the Windex.
Yeah, with the Windex. Yeah. But basically, it was this was a movie about mother and two sons who had to move far away from home to Santa Carla, which was the murder capital of the world at the time. It was filmed in Santa Cruz, but they called it Santa Carla. And then one day, Michael, decides to go out, and he sees Star, and that's when everything kind of started, right? Because he sees her, he's immediately attracted to her, and then we realize that she's David's girlfriend. David gets involved with these guys who are questionable, like rebels with mullets.
It's the mullets.
That's the mullets, yeah, that's what did it, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. They seem like the coolest folks out of the whole bunch out there in
Yeah.
Santa Carla. Dirt bikes, heavy metal,
Yeah,
mullets.
yeah.
But times were different back then, and
Times were different, yeah.
especially for Diane West.
Yeah. What is your best memory of this movie, like as a kid, or what do you like most about it?
I think there's a lot of nostalgia, surrounding that. Watching it with my family, with all my cousins. We were all young and getting into shit and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like I like the movie. Why you put me on the spot? I'm just here listening, man.
You don't get to listen, you got to participate.
Shit.
Or what made this movie special for you?
Star.
I think she made the movie special for every teenage boy at the time.
Yeah, definitely.
But besides Star, it's a
Oh.
given.
I don't know. I think just the all the visual effects and everything, the scenery, everything was just it was just well done.
Yeah.
I like the grandpa's character. I mean, it's another one. If y'all hadn't picked it up by now, I like the quirky people in films. Like the people who bring the comedic value.
Oh yeah.
The jackassery. So I really like his character, and I like the just the bond that the brothers had. Trying to look out for each other, but Sam not really trusting Michael once he starts seeing things change, and
Right.
picking up on what's going on. Yeah, just that, and in that time period, I was at the age where I had just gotten to understand and probably recognizing people in different movies, not just the actors or characters. You notice the actors, and I was really into Goonies and all the other Corey Feldman crossover movies and stuff. So seeing them in this role where they're fighting vampires and stuff like that was just really cool.
Yeah. I kind of thought the same thing as a kid. It's a really well done good versus evil movie, right? But for me, it was the dirt bikes.
Yeah.
I wanted a dirt bike so bad when I was that age. And then, vampires on dirt bikes. I mean, you can't get much cooler than that. So
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned Goonies because this isn't one of the things I planned on sharing. But in the original intent of the movie was to have actors around the same age as the kids in Goonies, because they wanted to capture that.
Mhm.
And then they later on decided to have an older cast in it. I mean, they weren't old; they were 20 years old or so
Yeah.
in the cast. But that was a change that they made later on. But that wasn't the original intent.
Yeah. Well, what better way to have some people that are around the same age as the kids in the Goonies than by having someone from the Goonies act in it,
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I mean, Corey Feldman was in everything at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in he was in everything. Gremlins, we covered that one.
Yeah.
I mean, Stand By Me, he played.
Yeah. What a great movie.
That was a
Stand
great
By Me.
movie as well.
Man, I meant to point a sidebar and kind of not really a name drop, but a plug, I guess. I meant to point it out to you. We just recently went to GalaxyCon in New Orleans this past weekend, and so you remember shown you pictures of it. I know I haven't brought it here and shown you in person, but I've got a picture that I bought of this artist. Basically, he takes movies from like the 80s and 90s and even like some stuff from like today. But like for me, it's more the nostalgia again. And he takes scenes from that from a movie, like iconic scenes, and he like, you know, draws out, illustrates it, colors it, and everything.
Oh, nice. Okay.
A couple of years back when we ran into him at saxophones in Lake Charles was the first time I came across like, you know, his exhibit or whatever, and I was kind of blown away. It's like I want everything you got here, you know. But,
Yep.
But I ended up leaving with two of his pieces of artwork, and one of them is Johnny Five from Short Circuit. You know, he's kind of like looking up at the sky or whatever. And then the other one is from The Last Dragon, when Bruce Leroy is walking and he's got his brother on his shoulders carrying a boombox and stuff. And it just, some of my favorite movies, so I had to get those, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point being, he was at GalaxyCon. And I meant to point him out to you because I know you would have like loved his stuff.
Man.
But like I said, this is probably the fourth time that I've seen him at one. So
Okay.
you know, he'll be at one of the next ones for sure. And he does have some Lost Boys artwork in there.
Really?
Yeah, he's got
To check them out.
yeah, I can picture David, like kind of like a profile but up close shot. Looks really, really awesome. But anyway, his name's Jim Ferguson.
Nice.
Jim Beanus, Beanus on Instagram.
Yeah, and we love to promote, you know, artists and creators. So
Yeah, and especially like real artists like that, and because you can go to these cons and stuff, and there's so many booths set up where people are just selling stuff that they got on eBay or Amazon and marking it up, you know, and stuff. But then, like, I like to try to get something from some of those guys, you know, when I can.
Yeah, GalaxyCon was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one.
Yeah. Got to meet Jeff Brockton of he was the Ghostface in Scream 3. So that was a pretty cool experience. Super nice guy.
Nice.
And Emily Swallow from The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah,
Got to meet her.
yeah. Amara.
Yeah.
She played God's sister in the Supernatural. Her
Yeah.
name was Amara, and yeah, it was awesome. Met David Howard Thornton, so that
This
was
guy?
cool. Yeah, Art. Yeah,
I wanted to go over there and talk to him.
he was so nice, dude. He was like it looked like he was having as much fun as we are, like with doing this, like just goofy
Wow.
and stuff. Super nice, good. I don't know, just good personality. It was toward the end of the day that I started making my way over to where, you know, they were all set up and everything, and I was like, man, if he's there, you know, I'll go talk to him. But if not, you know, well, I missed my opportunity, and so we started walking that way, and my daughter and I, and sure enough, he was over there, but he and his, I guess maybe two assistants that was with him or whatever, management, I don't know what you would call them. They were over there picking everything up, already rolling their, you know, like scrims or whatever you want to call it, their cloths up,
Yeah.
picking everything up basically. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna go bug them for a picture and like all this stuff. It's like, but I will go over there and you know, talk to him for a second. And I did. I, you know, went and said hi and said, man, I know you guys are picking up. I don't want to take too much of your time, but just want to let you know, like, I love what you're doing with your movies. And he's like, oh man, thank you so much. You know, he's like, I love doing it. And you know, it's like, it's just cool that you're bringing back, or you brought back a slasher,
Right.
you know. And he was like, well, who better to bring it back? You know, and he kind of smiled as he was saying it and stuff. And like, to be such an iconic slasher already and not say a word in any of your movies, he was like, yeah, something like, remember my lines is really tough or something, or it makes it easy to remember my lines.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was like maybe a 3-minute, you know, interaction, but really cool. Shook my hand 2 or 3 times, and
Oh, that's great.
And, went on our way.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
We'll have to cover another Terrifier on the show.
yeah,
Talk
definitely.
through one. Yeah, this is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't seen it yet, check out our page. Scroll through our videos. We have a Terrifier 1/typo negative episode,
Yep.
and I think you'd really enjoy that one.
Yeah. Yeah, Terrifier is one of those movies where you just can't believe what you just saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yet it's funny somehow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's really well done. They're really well done.
Anyway, I guess back to Lost Boys.
Yeah, back to Lost Boys.
So besides dirt bikes, what else would you say kind of draws you or drew you to that as a kid, or draws you to it now? I guess dirt bikes as a kid.
Yeah,
So
dirt
what
bike as a
about-
kid,
How do you feel about it these days?
I think it's just a general aesthetic, it captured the late 80s so well. The makeup was done very well, when Michael turned into a vampire, when David turned into a vampire, when the whole crew did. The just like the facial expressions, the contacts, like they really did a good job of of making them look aggressive, in this movie.
Yeah.
And some of the movie and some of the things I really like about the movie is what they don't show. So in the beginning of the movie, one would assume that they're flying toward a car to get vengeance on this guy. We don't want to give away too much if you haven't seen it, but they never show them transform into a bat. I don't think. Like they don't show them flying in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. It does make you wonder if
Did
they're
they-
even a bat or they're just flying.
Right. But it was a bat sound, and then before you know
Okay.
it, like they're taking all their anger out on this guy to get they're getting revenge on this guy. So some of it was really cool just because of what they don't show you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a cool point.
And it was a really well done good versus evil movie. So, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it as a kid and still do. I mean, just watched it a little bit today and watched it again yesterday, almost the whole thing, and it just holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely does. It do that. I can't place the bat sound, but I do kind of, now that you're saying it, I can kind of hear like the. I'm sorry.
It was, yeah.
I'm not sorry. I'm sorry because I'm not sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just a jackass. Carry on. What?
I forgot what I was saying.
Me too.
Shit,
Because I ruined it.
you did.
The ruiner.
All right, well, thanks everybody. Another aspect of this movie that I wanted to ask you about. So you know how different vampire movies have different rules for the vampires?
Mm-hmm.
So, really sort of thinking about it. Well,
Like some vampires will just poke you in the finger and take your blood.
we're going to talk about that again.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So,
Sorry. No, I'm not.
I'm not naming that movie again. So in this movie,
It's what you get for making fun of Smile. Okay? All right. No.
so from an aesthetic standpoint, when you look back at it, most vampire movies had the long teeth on the canines, and in this movie, it's like the two teeth right in the inside.
Yeah, like
So-
one in from the canines.
You have one in from the canines, on
Yeah.
both sides, yeah. So, that's different, right? And then there were half vampires in this movie, so the half vampires could go out in the sun for a while, but it would irritate them a little bit and make them tired. A full vampire could not go out in the sun. Very specific rules.
Damn that puberty.
So very specific rules for the vampires in this movie, right?
Yeah.
Another one is garlic, for example.
Garlic.
Garlic.
You got that garlic?
They got that garlic. They weren't allergic to the garlic. So,
Got that garlic pepper.
Peppa. Another specific for this movie is that they weren't allergic to garlic.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't bother them, but holy water did.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a lot of little nuances that made this vampire movie a little bit different, There are a lot of interesting things about this movie. You know, like Jason Patrick, who played Michael in the movie. He originally didn't want to be a vampire. He didn't want to be in this type of movie until Joel Schumacher gave him complete artistic control over his character, and then he finally accepted. So, but originally he didn't even want to do the movie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. He was so good in it.
I know.
You know,
even Kiefer Sutherland didn't want to do it either.
right? I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
You heard that that NXS and Jimmy Barnes was gonna be in the soundtrack, and that made him want to be in the movie.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, that was the music to listen to back then. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just kind of funny. The Lost Boys title is actually in reference to Peter Pan as well, just like in Peter Pan. You know, what now?
You don't think I got a woman like Scarlet by dressing like Peter Pan here, did you?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Sorry. Then it's of no concern. Carry on.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
You wouldn't want a roundhouse kick to the face with somebody wearing a pair of these bad boys, would you?
Oh, God. Napoleon Dynamite?
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, whatever.
Sorry. Carry on. Console.
Kiefer Sutherland also broke his ankle on the dirt bike.
How was his wrist?
Fuck. Hang on. Hang on.
You just making shit up.
He also rode a 10-foot tall donkey. I don't know.
And the donkey was on a unicycle.
The Santa Carla's reputation for being the murder capital of the world was actually true. 28 people were murdered in Santa Cruz between 1970 and 1973.
Damn.
Yeah, and it was filmed there, so they sort of modeled that off of the actual city.
That's crazy.
Yeah, by
man.
3 people.
Damn.
Yeah,
3 people?
3 people killed 28 people. Yeah.
Damn. So they were like serial killers.
Something. Yeah. Another fun fact, Corey Feldman, who was 16 at the time, was coming down off of coke on the set, so he got fired from the movie.
Damn.
But Schumacher rehired him the next day, like told him he can come back at 16.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, it's hard to believe that someone who was, you know, doing drugs at 16 would become one of the best guitar players I've ever heard in my entire life.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
We need to see
Sorry.
him live.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And then you get to see some of this.
He can dance though.
He can he can dance.
He
all right.
can.
Yeah. Like Michael Jackson with a broke ass leg.
I feel like he could dance pretty. I think he's got rhythm. You know, for real.
He dances about as good as you when you're trying to dance like Michael Jackson.
Well, he's awesome then. Thank you. Did you know that Star was the only vampire in the movie that they did not show turn into a vampire in the movie? Think about
Yes.
it. You did know that?
Yeah.
Oh, you just know everything.
Because I
don't you?
read it. It's like 10 minutes. No. Because I wondered what she would look like as a vampire. You know, I don't know why they kept her always so
pristine.
and beauty up to beauty standards of all get out or whatever. No. So this movie, like I said earlier, made a whopping $32.2 million.
Okay.
Did you know that that's basically like a little watch pocket change to Jamie Gertz?
What's a watch pocket?
Yeah.
Watch pocket.
So you got pocket change, right?
Yeah.
Then you got some little bitty watch pockets.
Oh, I didn't.
So it's the change that don't even make it to the big pocket.
Wow. Watch
I
pocket.
don't know. I just made that up.
Yeah.
But,
God.
but yeah, dude, that's like chump change to her. She's like a loaded multi-billionaire.
Really?
Yep, she's made some really good investments and stuff throughout her life, obviously, apparently, and is like part owner of the NBA Atlanta Hawks.
Really?
Yeah, yep. Yeah,
Star?
Yeah. Corey Haim did an interview in 2007 and said that working on The Lost Boys was like one of the highest points of his life. It was the most enjoyable time.
Man.
In his unfortunately very short life. And as much as like I like to joke about Corey Feldman's superb dancing skills and everything and stuff, you know, I'm happy he's still with us.
I am too.
You know, because you know that's, like it or not, that's part of our childhood. You know, like his movies,
God,
like we
yeah.
grew up as his movies were being released and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm glad he's still here. Mainly because I'd like to see him live one day.
Me too.
You know, so
Yeah, I wasn't joking. I really do want to see him live.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
He was at Southport Hall here a few years ago, and I regret not going. Did you know? Nah. The Lost Boys is shown every summer in the Santa Cruz Beach boardwalk. Or
Really?
At the Santa Cruz Beach boardwalk, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we show it every summer. So
Very,
next time you're there,
Yeah.
have to check her on out.
I'll go check it out.
This movie spawned 2 sequels. I haven't seen any of them.
I haven't either.
You know, I would like to. I just haven't gotten around to it. But one was released. It's called the Tribe. That was released in 2008, and the second one was The Thirst, and that was released in 2010. I think it was the first sequel that Kiefer Sutherland's brother, I think, was maybe the main actor, or like, I don't know if he was like one of the vampires or not, but
Really?
it's pretty cool that, you know, he was in a sequel.
That is really cool.
Like one of, I guess, his younger brother or something.
Hmm.
In the vampire's lair, there's a poster on a wall of The Doors,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool.
That is cool.
So in Sam's room, there's a poster on a wall of Echo and the Bunnymen. The tie in there is Echo and the Bunnymen did a cover version of People Are Strange by The Doors for the movie.
Huh.
So it's pretty cool. Like
That is really
little
cool.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be an official sequel. I don't know when it was supposed to come out or whatever, but I'm assuming prior to the other two, or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, there's supposed to be another sequel released that was called The Lost Girls, obviously about, I guess, you know, female vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Would they be vampiresses? In 2016, there was a comic book sequel that was released, and it follows the Frog Brothers, who are keeping Star safe
Okay.
from a coven of female vampires. So maybe that that Lost Girls might have became a comic book instead.
Right.
Or maybe they were going to make a movie based off of that or something, but it just never did happen, apparently. Something I should have mentioned earlier when you was asking about, you know, what I liked about the movie and everything is the music. You know, the music is really awesome. Aside from Tim Capello doing his cover of "I Still Believe," you know, aside from that, you know, sorry. "Cry Little Sister"
Yeah.
was like one of the best songs, in my opinion, like ever written.
Oh God, it was written
You
for
know,
that movie
yeah,
too, right?
specifically for it.
Yeah.
By a man named Gerard. What was his name? Gerard McMahon.
Wow.
So yeah, wanted to make sure we put his name in there.
Yeah.
You know, because it's such a you can't, in my opinion, you can't hear that song and not think about the movie.
No way.
You know,
Yeah.
and you can't see the movie without hearing the song, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But Marilyn Manson has like a really good version of that song too.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've heard that, but
No.
it's definitely worth checking out. He did it justice. In 2021, they announced that a new movie was going to be made, but it wasn't going to be like a sequel or a prequel. It's going to be like a reimagining of The Lost Boys.
Okay.
So I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. You know,
Yeah.
have to see. Like, it's one of those nostalgia things. Like, you know, I keep going back to that word, but you know, because
Nostalgic.
it's the only word I know, other than just all the words that I know. Yeah. But yeah, same thing with like The Crow. I haven't seen the remake of that. You know, there's a bunch of remakes that I haven't seen. There are some that I have seen. Starsky and Hutch, that was great.
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah.
Tango and Cash. They didn't redo that one, but it was still a good one.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that was a remake.
Did you know? Sorry, I don't know why I did it like that. Do I have to say did you know all the time? The Frog Brothers. Do you know their names?
Edgar, I think, is one. And
Then the
Sam?
the other one should be real easy to figure out. Sam was Michael's brother. Get your story straight.
Edgar and Allan.
Yeah.
Edgar and Allan.
And who were they named after?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah. Woo! Ding ding, you win.
That's on you.
I say some of the dumbest shit you ever heard. Some of the dumbest shit you never heard. Bravo.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Heavy Metal Horror Show. If you like saxophones and dirt bikes and vampires and 80s nostalgia, you gotta check this movie out. Mullets. Yeah.
Hanging from train trestles.
Train trestles.
The train trestles.
Train trestles. Train trestles. Oh my god. Squirrel! If you like all those things, check out Lost Boys. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Everybody, you won't be disappointed either.
I'm already disappointed.
And Santa Cruz. One of the top skateboard companies around.
Are the best. Yeah. I think.
I'm a Powell Peralta fan. Or a Natus. A Birdhouse.
Anything but Santa Cruz.
Anything. You ain't keeping around.
Thanks for checking out another episode of Heavy Metal Horror Show. We'll be back. Peace.